What's up, guys? Welcome to the weekly technicals for Sunday, June 30th, 2019, and we're currently looking at the economic calendar for this upcoming week, and we have some more OPEC meetings for Monday, July 1st. So keep in mind it is a new month, so be aware of that. And we also have NFP on Friday, so a lot to be kind of cautious about this week, I would say, for sure, going into this new month here. But on Tuesday we have dollar index speaker at 6:35 a.m. Continuation from OPEC meetings. Dollar index at 10 a.m. We've got ISM non-manufacturing PMI on Wednesday. So ideally, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be the ideal days to trade because we also have 4th of July on Thursday. So a lot of things factoring into this week that you guys want to be aware and cautious of. We have a new month, we have a bank holiday on Thursday, and we also have NFP on Friday. So be very cautious of that. I would highly recommend focusing on the majority of your trades being Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Also be aware that Canada has a bank holiday Monday. So I would be focusing on setups between Euro and British Pound between Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Possibly that there may be a dollar CAD setup here on Wednesday for this 8:30 a.m. news release. We've got trade balance, so be aware of that. But primarily, I'll be focusing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Euro dollar, and British Pound USD. So let's go ahead. We'll jump into the charts. And looking at dollar index, you guys can see last week we really didn't do much of anything. Just kind of traded sideways. So this is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. We honestly did not have much movement at all. I would have liked to see them get back up above or at least retest 96.46 to 96.50. That would be ideal for me. Still looking for bearish price action on dollar index, looking for a continuation below 95.80 with a continuation below 95.20. Ultimately, I want to see if we can get above and retest 96.40 to 96.50 in this area here. We could just continue selling off from here. I mean, we've already technically formed a swing high here, so we'll see what we get on today's open and going into Monday. But ideally for Tuesday, Wednesday, I want to see continued expansion to the downside on dollar index. This will change if we get back above 97 big figure, but all things are pointing to bearish price action on dollar index right now and going into this week. So if we look at euro dollar, same thing, really didn't get any continuation last week, more or less just kind of consolidated right above this high here, which is also an ICT bullish order block. We have this series of 3 down candles here. So still looking for a continuation higher. First objective will be that 1.14 big figure with a continuation above 1.1450 into the 1.15s. And I think that we will get, I don't really see euro dollar as having to come much lower. I'd honestly think that, they could just continue pushing this thing higher from here. No real reason to go lower. And again, I'll be looking for 1.14 big figure first. So that's about 30 pips away. And then 114.50, we've got about 80 pips away. So still some upside objectives on euro dollar here. And ultimately, if we can get back above this high here at 15.50 roughly, that will likely lead us above this high back here, which is relative equal highs with this old high. We've got some more equal highs back here at 1800. So we have a significant room for the upside on euro dollar, especially if we get above that 15.50 level. But as of right now, near-term targets are 14 big figure to 14.50. Looking at British Pound, I don't really see much going on with this. Still would like to see them run up into the 1.2880 to 29 big figure and retest this low here because we do have a break of market structure, so that would make sense to come back up here, balance that out, and retest this low, then sell off again. And we could see a big continuation from there. But ultimately, still looking for higher prices on British Pound, at least until we get into the 28.80, 29 big figure. So still got about 200 or so pips on the upside in terms of this. Right now, we're just kind of consolidating below this old daily low here. But how I'm looking at this is this could be a longer term low. And here at 1.25 big figure, the low comes in at 25.06. And that can potentially, take us at least into 29 big figure. We could trade sideways once we get in here. But we'll really have to see what the market does once we get into the 29 big figure. But nonetheless, still looking for higher prices on British Pound up until 29 big figure on a minimum basis. EURGBP, we've been gradually trading higher, still looking for a run above this 90.95 big figure. 90.95 to 91 big figure. That's going to be the upside objective. We have just a lot of liquidity built up here. I don't see there being any reason why they'd want to sell off from where they're at now. Still looking for a run above that 91 big figure. So still got about 200 pips on that to the upside, which could lead to higher prices in Eurodollar and more of a consolidation, as I just mentioned, for British pound once we get up into that 29 big figure level. Alright, and looking at dollar CAD, this thing has just been on the move ever since we came back up, hit our ICT daily bearish order block here. We've just had a massive sell-off as planned, and we've moved about 500 pips exactly. So beautiful sell-off on this. We've taken out the liquidity below this 1.31 big figure level, and next downside objective, well, which we did get below this low here, 30.68. Last week's low was 30.59, so we traded below that about 10 pips, and still have this low down here at 1.28 big figure. So we could see potentially about another 200 to 300 pips or so on the downside for dollar CAD, especially if dollar index remains to sell off as well. So that's what I'll be looking at for dollar CAD. We could come back up into 31 big figure here, retest that, and then sell off. But ideally, I'd like to see them stay below 1.32 big figure right here, which is the ICT bearish order block on a daily basis. So we could trade back up into that and find some resistance there. But I'd like it more if they just trade up here and then sell off, rather than coming all the way back up into the ICT bearish order block. But either setup should present an opportunity for shorting opportunities on dollar CAD. So that's what I'll be looking at in the markets this week. Again, be aware that we have a new month, NFP on Friday, and a bank holiday on Thursday for dollar index, and a bank holiday on Monday for Canadian dollar. So be aware of that. Stay safe this week and focus on the majority of your trades being Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And that is it for the weekly technicals. I will talk with you guys again next Sunday. And again, you guys have a happy 4th of July. And have a good week. Talk to you next week, and take it easy.